back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta for TnyToe's Rat Rescue. Last time, we entered the Interdimensional Rift, and we reached our first save point, and now it's time to head deeper into the Rift. We gotta avoid Omega here real quick, so we just wanna kinda hide out here, and we wanna, luckily he didn't go up. Yeah, as long as you, like, basically, don't try to step on the same square that he's trying to step on, or, press A when you're next to him, you should be able to avoid him. You want to, of course, try to avoid, getting that close to him, because, that was lucky. But if he did, attack us, and we did happen to get into a battle with him, we were lucky that, the save point's right there. We can just, reset. I actually did get into a battle with him, but, of course, reset it because I'm not ready to fight Omega yet, so... But I will try to defeat Omega and the other optional super boss, Shinryu, the Dragon God. So yeah, Behemoth's the King of the Dragons, then we have the God of the Dragons. So yeah, he's even tougher. So, but before then we have two new enemies we need to encounter here. So there's the first one there. They can be annoying. They give you that well, they're a palette swap of that cattle bus summon. So, like cattle bus, they can turn you into stone. Here's the other one. They look like a big pile of pudding with a bunch of eyes. The Oro Cat. So, this will finish off all the new enemies in this area. And we're about to leave this area. We have another boss coming up. So, but we have a ton of bosses coming up. So... we're getting into the major part of the, after this area, the, like, floating castle type part. That's where we're gonna fight a whole bunch of bosses, get a few really good treasures, and that serves as the final, area before you enter the void section of the Interdimensional Rift. Here we got a library. 1,000-year-old book. The rolling skies let loose a vile beast without a soul. Omega was his name. The dragon Shinryu came on his heels. Not even the legendary weapons were enough to defeat these beasts. Inside the rift, they were interred, never to be spoken of again. The secret of Giga Flare. When storing power for this magic, you become utterly defenseless for a moment. Casters beware. And one of the bosses will come up will use Giga Flare. To be honest, I never thought you'd make it this far, but not this one. No matter, soon I shall rid you of your pitiful lives. And he says something about the instant we open that book, the seal opened. So this is a panda. He's basically a tougher Biblos. So he behaves very similar to Biblos. He counters your different attacks with different things. He'll counter magic with either Toad Drain or nothing. He'll encounter physical attacks with casting armor on himself, Drain or doing nothing. So, first turn he webs you or hammers you, the magic hammer or fights. Next turn he'll fight, charm or wind slash. Then he can hammer, fight, or thread his third turn. And then his fourth turn before he resets his AI is that Sonic Wave, or Wind Slash, or Fight. So, I'll have, of course, a 1/3 chance for them to do it. So, weak against fire, so we'll occasionally throw in some blue magic. The emission. If you have the Afreet summon, he'll scare a panda, and a panda will turn around. So you get like a free turn, basically. It only works if you have the Afreet summon. It doesn't work if you summon Afreet through the magic lantern. So, but we're doing more damage with our, X-Fight and the emission spell than probably Afreet would probably do. So, I guess the only way Afreet might do a lot of damage is if you, maybe had it boosted with the either the Magus Rod or a Fire Rod, because that would boost fire damage respectively, but we just have our own emission fire, so Lenna's will do a little bit more damage because she has a better magic stat than Faris, plus her class gives her a better boost to magic, and she has that Magus Rod equipped, that will boost the damage, but not that fire is all that important, because X-Fight is bigger and that, we've taken care of a panda. So, I mentioned before we fought a panda. There's a boss that will use the Giga Flare. I'll point that out, but when it does use the Giga Flare, it's charging the Giga Flare, it's susceptible to Odin to one-hit kill it, so, but let's give Faris the X-Fight ability too. That should help her do a lot of damage, especially if she gets 4 attacks and the Yuichi bow hits all 4 criticals, so aim is going to be very important for Faris in the next area here. It's like an outside floating castle. We can see the little, thanks to the thief's ability to see passages, we can see the hidden passages over the air there. So, got these dragon avises here. Steal an Artemis bow off them. Then we got one of them. It has a little bit, like I said, a bit stronger attack power than the Yuichi bow, but it doesn't have that critical hit. So, Yuichi bow is a little bit better, I figure, in the end, because even though you're doing less damage per hit, the chances you get, you know, a critical hit, you know, basically 1 every 5 times, because it has a 20% crit rate, I believe, it's a little bit better. Or is it 30%? I'll have to check that out. So. But here we have some ninjas. We can steal a samurai sword off of them. So, I have the Kuki Ichimonji. It has a critical hit rate of 12%, but we don't got samurai, so no use using them. So the Yuichi bow I just looked up, it does 30% chance of a critical hit. So I thought it was either 20 or 30. I know I mentioned it when I first got it, but it's been a while since I got that legendary weapon. That was one of the first ones we picked up. That, the rune axe, and the assassin dagger, which we have since sold off. So. Yeah, a lot of legendary weapons, not really all that awesome, so. But all we can fight in this area are the ninjas and those dragon avises. Ninjas are good for the aim command because they have really high evasion. So, here we get into the big section, the castle, and there's a lot of enemies and a lot of bosses and mini-bosses in this section. It can be kind of confusing, the layout. So straight ahead will take you to the top of the castle, but the door is locked, so we're going to have to go kind of a roundabout. We're going to have to go through the basement and around. Here we have the Thor's hammer. It's a little weaker than the Titan's axe, but we can attack from the back row with it, and it seems to have a little bit better accuracy. I don't seem to miss as much when I use the Thor hammer, so I'm going to give it to Krile and throw her in the back. Maybe we might pull out the Titan's axe later on. Here we have a little weapon storage section, and on the other side will be mirrored by a weapons section, so let's head down this way first. We'll get another little treasure chest in this little side tower, some Hermes sandals. We don't need any of them because we already have the 4 that we need, so we'll probably make a trip out of the rift eventually to, you know, sell some stuff and prep for the final section of the game. So, we got the armor section here. But now we're gonna have to go into the basement because the way ahead is locked. And we have a bunch of monsters in here, so got all these wizards. We got 6 of them. And we have that maiden up there, but there's a maiden thing. You saw it when the screen kind of transitioned there. There's a little like eyeball monster there, so you have these Alti-Vorti enemies. They can be annoying because they can use this spell called Encircle, which removes your character from battle. But after we deal enough damage, basically we do the 6,000 hit points of damage to this guy, he's going to turn into this like big flying snake monster. Yeah, kind of like the boss of the Ronka Ruins. Jura Avis. So he's just annoying because you can't hit him with any elements there, so he absorbs everything. He floats, so we can't hit him with the Quake spell. And he just has a lot of hit points, so I guess it's really annoying because we have to fight 6 of these guys. So, but we're gonna make some quick work of them with our whatchamacallit, with the X-Fight ability from both Faris and TnyToe. So, but we we get some dancer equipment in these 2 chests here coming up. So, I just figured I'd keep these things in here, even though the battles aren't, you know, nothing too exciting. I figured I'd just show them off, so they're not too long. So, ooh, good thing Krile missed there. Otherwise, it's, well, it wouldn't have mattered. If Krile would have hit, the arrow spell would have hit this guy and gave him hit points, but he starts at full hit points anyway, so when he transforms. So it wouldn't have mattered if we did a quick little heal on him, because he's already at full hit points. So, no biggie. Now, earlier I cast Big Guard, because that big eyeball that we saw, that's a that's a boss that we're gonna fight. It's one of those monster minions that Exdeath unsealed from the void. And he can be tough if you don't know the gimmick to him. And the gimmick is basically you have to always remain floating. Because he basically just keeps casting Quake on you. So as long as you're floating, you won't be able to get hit by that Quake. But he also has a spell that pulls you out of the float status. So we're going to have to do something to prevent him from casting that. And what we do is we all equip wall rings, because it reflects back that spell. So as long as we're floating and everybody has wall rings, he's just going to keep trying to cast that spell to bring us down to the ground so we can hit us with Quake, but he'll never be able to do it. So he's actually cake if we have like that. But only if you have like an ability to use float. He was actually pretty tough in the last 4-job Fiesta, because I didn't have the ability to cast float with that group that I had. Ninja, Dragoon, Summoner, and Monk. So, yep, none of them can really fly. Very physical attacking group. Basically, the magic for that group was from the ninja throwing those magical scrolls. But, well, the Summoner also had magic too, but... Alright, red slippers. That increases the chance of getting that sword dance if you're using the dancer. But I don't think that's I don't think we get the dancer until the final Fiesta that I play. So in 2 years. So I think that one's for TNV Rescue. So I have it all listed here. Let me see. Who are the future Fiestas? So, next year will be for Small Angels Rescues, and I'll have a Knight, a Red Mage, a Bard, and a Samurai. Another pretty physical heavy group. The Red Mage will give some magic, up to 2nd level type spells, like Fire 2, Lit 2, and the Bard does like support magic with his singing, his or her singing. And then we got, looks like a lot of magic for our final group, TNV Small Critters Rescue. White Mage, that'll be tough at the beginning. A lot of healing, but no damage. Magic Knight does, like cast spells on their sword and hits for elemental damage. Geomancer uses the magic of the earth. And Dancer does, you know, physical attacks with those dances, those 4 dances that it does. So, interesting little, Fiesta groups I got coming up, so... I was looking at the Fiesta forums, and, yeah, I basically, with this group, they basically say it's like one of the worst start groups ever. You know, Thief is, you know, doesn't have really good damage at the beginning. Yeah, we saw what happened there. Krile hit, and finished the change form, and before Lenna cast her spell, so healed up, but like I said, he had full hit points to begin with, so that healing didn't matter. But, yeah, getting back to what I was saying there, they said like the Thief, you know, has bad damage, and, you know, it can be rough start with the Thief. They said probably the worst starting class to get, and they said then the worst second class from the Water Crystal is the Berserker, and lo and behold, those are the 2 things that I got, so, but, yeah, it's all good. We made it this far, and we will end up beating the game. We're actually very close to, you know, getting the end. Probably in maybe like 5 more episodes, maybe? Oh, there's that dumb Encircle spell. Boo. Yeah, you can see, it removed Faris from battle, but experience isn't all that important. I don't think these guys give any experience because they're mini-bosses. Mini-bosses and bosses don't give experience in this game. Everybody has their job mastered, so not a big issue that Faris is removed. It does slow the fight down a little bit, though, because we could have enjoyed her X-Fight Yoichi bow. Oh well, we gotta do what we gotta do. So, heal ourselves up here, because after this is the last Juro Avis Old Man combo, and we're fighting that Catastrophe boss coming up, the big eyeball. We also have another boss that we want to fight, but we'll keep the wall wings on there, and he's a pretty neat boss, so we'll leave it at that. So, alright, let's get this. What do we got? A rainbow dress. Alright, now we're going to want to equip everybody with our wall rings. Give Lenna some more MP there. You're running a little low. Luckily, after we defeat the second boss, after Catastrophe, we'll have a save point. You might actually want to defeat the boss I defeat after Catastrophe first to unlock the save point, but I knew I would be able to fight this guy pretty easily because I have a good setup, so I wasn't worried about the attack with the eye. He jumps out and he pushes over there, and there's the other boss in a cell down there we're gonna fight. It's just Apocalypse. Looks like the name translation is different, so my best theory said his name was Catastrophe, but Apocalypse, Catastrophe, I guess they're the same. So, pretty much the same. It's basically a bad thing that's happening. So as you can see, what this guy's going to do is he's going to keep trying to cast let me see, it's like 100 G spell. Let's see what to say again. 100 Gs, yeah, to pull us down to the ground to remove the flow status on us. But as long as we have the wall ring equipped, it's going to reflect back on him, and he's never going to be able to hit us with the quake. So yeah, this guy's kind of like a glass cannon. If you don't have the floatability, it's basically just gotta out-damage him, rush him, try to finish him off quick, because otherwise he'll finish you off quick, so. Alright, well there goes our Apocalypse. So, woohoo! And the wall wings will be very good for the next battle that we're going up against. This little guy down here, he looks kind of like a clown. Let's talk with this maiden first. We rescued her. Aw, she can give us a kiss. Thank you, I've been locked down here for ages. Let me show you my appreciation. Smooch. Oh. I don't know why she ran that way. She's running further into the castle. Oh well. Well, maybe we'll run into her later. Halt, are you the ones who have the crystal, who bear the crystal stars? If we say no, he says, oh, I see, then you have no business here. If we say yes, he wants to fight us, so. But we want to fight this guy because, like I said, he guards a save point, so. Azul Magia, that's basically blue mage. And this guy basically uses blue magic on us, so you can learn pretty much every blue magic spell from this guy. And the ones that he doesn't have, you can actually teach him. So if we're going to use a blue magic on him, and he doesn't know it, he will learn it and then use it on us. So a cheap way to beat this guy is to use Exploder on him, and then he'll learn Exploder, and then he'll cast it on himself, and then he'll defeat himself. But we're going to cheese him another way. We're going to hit him with level 3 Flare, and then he's going to learn level 3 Flare. And we have some characters that are level 3, so he's going to use level 3 Flare on us. It's going to bounce off the wall rings, and it's going to hit him. And as you can see, he has a really high magic stat, so his level 3 Flare is going to do a ton of damage to him, so he's basically just defeating himself. He also has an easy steal with the elixir, so hey, elixirs are fun. Always want to get as many of them as we can, so TnyToe's going to stop fighting for one turn to steal that elixir. Alright, and there goes the Blue Mage, the Blue Magician. And defeating him unlocks this save point. Now we can get our normal setup back here. Get our Hermes shoes back on, and now the wall ring won't be as important for the next few bosses and encounters that we got, so. Yep, we have a few more bosses to go. We're also going to want to hunt around here. There's a few more treasures to get, and we want to fill out our bestiary by fighting a bunch of monsters. So there's quite a few new monsters we got to encounter here, but we'll do all that in our next episode. So take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. See you then. Bye.